welcome to yet another episode of Let's Play Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 with me, Sean Sandbrook. This week I'm back on my own after having some fantastic guests. We had obviously Alex and Joe on in the last episode where we built this whole jungle themed area just here. What we're going to do, I mentioned it at the end of the last week's episode, is we're going to build a dart ride just on this section here. So I'm going to kick straight in with this one. We've got lots to do this week. We're going to start kicking in on this area here. It's going to be our Roman themed area. So we'll kick straight in. I haven't really thought much about this, what it's going to be, this dart ride. We're going to use a ghost train. It's not going to be a scary ghost train, you know, but it's going to be more of a, when you're naming this one, obviously I want names for all these attractions. Everything since the wooden coaster and the flume ride I need names for. So keep commenting below. I've noticed you've all been putting your comments on over the past sort of 4 episodes. Next week we're going to name everything and we're also going to open this park. So tune in next week as we open this park. We're already on a park rating of 447, which is great considering Greenwood Springs hasn't even opened yet. So anyway, yeah, we'll carry on with this sort of dart ride and get this going. Like I say, you have to be quite careful with these ghost train transit systems to make sure they don't crash. Because say I put you know, a drop in sort of like this here and then took it around a bend, it would come flying off, which I know it's not very realistic with it being a dart ride, but it, you know, that's how Rollercoaster Tycoon likes to be sometimes. So yeah, this is going to be, it's not a full-on ghost train, but it's not a nicey dart ride either. This is going to be more of a, you know, Revenge of the Mummy style, you know, sort of ride. If obviously you can't get them in Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, but say you could, that's what this would be. It's going to be the largest sort of dart ride we've got on the park. There we go, send it around there. It's all going to be enclosed, and when you're sort of coming up with names for this one, it's going to be sort of themed around a jungle tribe which is going round. Like I say, it's a shame we could have maybe done a coaster for that theme, but I wanted to have a couple of dart rides in this park, so we're going to have this one. There we go, put a couple of drops in here. Like I say, I'm making sure I raise it up quite a bit after I've put drops in, just to make sure that this thing doesn't crash. There we go, this is going to be quite a disorientating section. But yeah, how have you all been since last week? I hope you've had a you know, good couple of weeks. Like I say, me and Alex have been out in California, hence some of these episodes have been pre-recorded a little bit in advance before we went, you know, so we can crack on with some vlogs and stuff while we're over there, doing loads of on and off ride videos. But for next week we'll be back. The episode will be recorded a couple of days before it's going on, and we're literally going to be naming everything in this park, which is I'm really excited to do actually. And seeing, you know, I've seen been checking all the comments below and stuff, and I've seen some really good names that you guys have all suggested for some rides in this park. You know, so it's going to be good to actually name some things and also get this park open. There we go. Well, I think that'll be okay around that bend. You also notice we're building over the train track. We're doing a bit of a Disney here with this one, because Disney actually, with Pirates of the Caribbean, especially at Paris, which is one of my favourite dart rides out there in the world, you see that towards the end as you go through the cave, you can see the train. You know, same with Splash Mountain at Disneyland in California. That there, as you go into the final scene, the train route is just above. You know, it's all the little things like that I absolutely love about Disney, you know, hiding the rides, and there we go. That's it. So I've knocked that up quite quickly. Like I say, there's not really, it doesn't matter about the sort of intensity of this, just hopefully it'll work. So I'll put my entrance and exit in. How many cars? I reckon there'll be 30. Oh, 31, close. I'm going to change that to 26. And we'll get that testing. And I don't think there's any sort of elevations where it's going to come flying off at this point. So what I'm going to do, I'll put my exit in. There we go, put a little entrance queue in. Like I said, these are normally quite popular rides in the game. So I'll put quite a big queue in. Like I said, I don't want to cattle pen it too much. There we go, we'll let that keep testing, and as that's doing that, I'll start building the warehouse that this is going to go in for this one. Like I say, you know, this sort of horrible tribe's been going round, and that's the theme for this. There we go. Put that in like so. There we go. There we go. It seems to be making it round okay so far during its testing stage, which is always good. Like, these things can be just as hard to build as the bobsleighs. A couple of episodes back when me and Joe were doing the bobsleigh, coaster. We're really worried about it crashing. You know, the same sort of thing can happen with these. They're so temperamental. There we go. You'll notice I've put my roof in first. It's just easier to put the roof in first than it is sort of putting the walls in. There we go. Obviously we're not just going to leave it a big blank warehouse like so. And with it being the largest dark ride on the park, we want this to be quite impressive. I say the largest dark ride on the park, there's potential that we're going to have another flume ride down in the pirate area. I'm thinking of using a splash boats down there, so comment below and let me know what you think to that. Splash boats is basically tidal wave at Thorpe Park, that style, or you know, drenched at Oakwood. So comment below if you think I should put that in the pirate area next week. I think it'd be a good idea. I want to see if you guys agree with me for that one. Like I say, I want names for everything, so you know, think of all the rides we've put in. We've put the inverted coaster, the bobsleigh, we've put the observation tower in on top of the hill. You know, so many rides out there to name. So anyone who's really into these videos has got the potential, you know, of having a ride in this park sort of named after them, which is great because this will be stored on this computer forever. There we go. Don't know why I did forever in a really strange voice then, but I did. There we go. That looks quite good. Sort of blot that in. Obviously on next week's show, me and Alex are going to be talking. It's a Disney special. We're going to talk all about what we got up to over in California on our big Disney trip. Like I say, we are out there at the moment. Obviously I'm not in this episode because it's been done before we've gone. But you know, when we come back in next week's episode, as long with opening this park and talking a bit about the maintenance of the park, we're going to be telling you how to best make your park money efficient. Obviously you've seen me take out a lot of loans whilst I've been building this park. This isn't something what I'd normally do. I would normally build my park up properly. As I get money coming in, I'd invest in more rides and attractions and do marketing campaigns. So I'll be explaining all of that in our next episode next week, next Wednesday. So that's what it's going to be, more about operations next week, and we'll name everything else up, give everybody the shout outs for naming up. I'll answer a few questions that have been sent in on the question and answers, so if you've got any more last minute ones for next week, make sure you send them in you know, by Saturday at the latest, and we'll get that recorded and we'll get them out there next week. So any sort of questions you've got, obviously on Theme Park Worldwide the show throughout the year, we did have Ask Me Anything, where there's a section where you could sort of ask me any questions, but it was more quicker because it was part of the show, it had to be done, whereas with this, you know, I'm on here for at least an hour at a time building these rides and attractions, so it's a good time. There we go. I think that's made it round okay. I think we've got cars sort of going round, have we? Yeah, that's fantastic. There we go. Also, we're going to stop that testing. One thing I have noticed, it comes down here with quite some speed, so I'm going to add a couple of brakes just in here, just to make sure that we don't get anything too much coming off the edge. Okay, so we'll send that testing again. Oh, it's raining. There we go. Like I say, I'm going to carry on with this, then I'm going to speed the footage up while I carry on doing this building, then we'll move on to our next attraction here in this park. Let's go. There we go, so our jungle themed dart ride is now complete. Obviously that's it with all the scenery up. If we see through the scenery, just there on the options, you'll see how it's very bland. If this was Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, of course we put the little trapdoors on and all sorts, you know, and sort of block the sections into different rooms. But there we go, that's our first dart ride on the park. Like I say, there's going to be another one down here in our pirate themed area. Sort of intertwined with a show venue, which we're going to do down there, because obviously when we come to staffing in the next episode, we can hire entertainment's team, and that's something that's very important in a popular theme park. Right, we're going to move into our Roman themed areas just here now. With this one, I've been deciding what sort of coaster to go for. A flying coaster, I was debating a hyper coaster, but I don't think I'm going to go for either of those. I was going to go for a hyper, but I don't think, looking at this park's landscape, I don't think a hyper coaster is the right sort of feel for this park. So we're going to leave that for this one. We're not going to put in a Shambhala. What we are going to put in is a Giga Coaster, but it's going to be an Intamin Mega-Lite basically, that we're going to put in just here. So we're going to build the custom design. A Mega-Lite's normally just over 100 foot tall. We're going to actually run this with a cable lifter as well. So we'll start it just here. This will be our signature coaster for this area, thrill coaster, with airtime basically. So what you do, instead of building your lifter like that, it's quite straight with the chain, we'll go for the cable. So you put it up like that, you might think, hang on a minute, you know, that's not very good at the moment. Well then if you go onto your special, it'll put a cable lifter in just like so, and then that, when we go to testing, will change into a cable lift, and we'll show you the transition. So with this, it's all going to be about mega airtime basically. We're going to dig it quite far down into the ground. So this will be our sort of version of a hyper coaster for this park, even though it's not technically a hyper coaster. It's not over 200 foot. But it is going to, of course, have some fantastic airtime moments. This one, of course, Intamin's, you know, famous for some good airtime. What is it, 110 feet? So if we go for 90 there, obviously we've dropped below ground anyway. You know, it's all going to be about steep drops with amazing theming with this. It's going to take up quite a bit of this area. Yeah, that'll be quite nice. You get some good airtime there. Again, we're going to take it right down. Yeah, I'm going to lift that bit up. So you see what I did there? Instead of putting that one down, lifted that one up. There we go. Look at that for a drop. I mean, there you got a 90, you know, 120 foot drop there. That is obviously down. Take it back up. Okay. See, we'll get away with the 90 feet again there, you see, because we took it 30 foot down. Look at this, you know, this will be a great coaster. There we go, we're going to bend it back. Again. Going to go back underground. There we go. I do love building coasters in this game. What we're going to go here, we're going to send it underneath the track. We'll put our on-ride photo section sort of above the ground. Can't put that down there, can we? Just do wish you could put the on-ride photo sections underground in the game. There we go. Twist that back round there and come up to a 70-foot bit of airtime. Just get away with that, can we? And then we'll bend round. Should we bend to the right? Yeah, we'll bend to the right instead. We're going to go up again. Top that off at 75 feet. Should just make it. There we go. So that, like I say, see what I mean about lots of airtime going on with this one. There we go. That's quite a weird drop actually, quite a weird swooping round. Send that straight back up. And over there. To a 50-foot bit of airtime. Go. Bang round. Should we go? Where should we go here? Let's go for a little drop. Then up again. Top it off at 50. Maybe helix down a little bit. Yeah, just a small helix maybe. That might be quite nice. It reminds me of Cheetah Hunt, that looks very much like Cheetah Hunt. There we go, then we'll bank down again. You know, we're making the most of all the space that we got available with this ride. That'd be a good place to send it back up. We're just going to be careful with that first drop here actually. Or we could send it on a side angle again and then flatten her out. There we go. Oh, this is a good design. I like this coaster a lot. Could be one of my favourites we've done actually. There we go, I'm going to start bringing it round. Now I'm not just going to end it with some bunny hills there. You know, we're going to think a little bit more about getting some more drops. So we'll have one big bunny hill. And instead of just going into, normally you don't have a series of sort of bunny hills there, we're not going to here. There we go. I want it to carry the speed quite well. Downward helix. Oh, that's a shame that won't fit there. Try that. Oh, it's a shame we can't have a downward helix there unless we open it up a bit wider. There we go, let's try that now. There we go. That'll be nice. And we'll bring it round this side of the coaster. Go down. Wow, that's an absolute beast. Look at that. Will it make it over? Just back down. There we go, and this is where we'll have our series of bunny hills. Yeah, that'll be right. Again. That's a good place for the up. I'm going to go down. Underneath that track section. Back up into the brake run. Wow, that's a beast that is. By that point on, we shouldn't need too much braking, because it'll have lost a lot of its speed by then. Brill, look at that. There we go, that's a nice coaster that is. Look at that, you know, on the park. Brill, colour scheme, it's going to be white I think this one, but we won't do bother about that yet. Keep it on one train for now. I've not put my block brakes in, have I? If we put block brakes in, that normally should allow a second train. There we go. So let's get this thing testing. We'll get the lift hill on 8 miles an hour. So if you watch the track now, as I mentioned, it'll turn into a cable lift hill. Watch now. There you go. That's it. You're ready to go. Down comes the cable. There we go. Then attach the bottom so the catch car will fasten onto the train. Pulling it up. There we go. Look at that. That's nice. That is. There we go. Have to wait for that one to move in before that will send. We'll get this running on a continuous circuit mode, I think, which will obviously stop that from happening. There we go. Wow, that's nice. That is beautiful. That's about the right speed there. Should be a little bit faster over this one. There we go. Now it's going to really get some speed. There we go. Coming down into our curve drop. Nice. It's running at a nice speed actually. It's not too fast. There we go. Didn't want it too fast there, else that'd be ridiculously intense on the G's. There we go. Going up. It's running at perfect speed. There we go. Got some great air time. There we go. Banking round. Down. Up into a bunny hop. A little bit of air time there. Well, quite a bit of air time. Flash, 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 flash. And up into the brakes. Wow, that's a really nice coaster, that is. Looking forward to seeing the results on that. I don't think it'll be too intense. It should just be really exciting, really. There we go. Definitely white for that one. It stands out. Like, look at all the other dark colours. Then this is going to be a really bright themed area. Supports. We might go for a sort of nice cream colour. Yeah, that's quite nice. Leave it on that for now. There we go. Oh, look at that. Excitement rating 8.53. Max lateral G's 2.86 on the laterals. It's quite a lot, but people should still ride that because we've got these results going on up here. That's an intense coaster. It's got some lateral G's. That's good though. We like that. I like laterals. That's absolutely fine. I'm looking forward to seeing how people ride that actually. Brill. Well, let's start thinking about the queue line. It's going to take up this area just here. The queue line, or actually to save space we could send it around this side, sorry. There we go. Put my queue line in. Plus here you get a good view of the coaster and a really nice, I think the queue of this is going to get big. I think this could be our most popular ride, to be honest. It might be quite intense, but I don't think at all that's going to put people off. I really don't. So we're also going to put in a couple of filler rides up in this area of the park as well. I'm thinking a motion simulator might be quite good. I normally put that in a space themed area, but because we haven't got one going into this park, I think that'll work quite nice. So we're going to put that in just there. We're going to enclose that in like a dark ride section, which we'll do. There we go, bring that round here. Ooh, we want that to join there. They get silly queues, then motion simulators. Also I think we'll put a themed flying saucer ride in as well. Unless we go for our 3D cinema in this area. Yeah, let's go with that as well. We'll have another building there. Because this is going to be Rome, I think it's going to work quite well having all these different buildings and stuff going on. The theming work for this is going to take some time. Okay. 2 more filler rides. We've got a really good mix between flat rides, wall rides and coasters in this park. There we go, that looks nice. It's going to be a big theming job, all that is in one. Let's think about food outlets in this area as well. So what food do we want underneath? Popcorn, we've got 2 of them already. Let's get another 3rd one in. Haven't we got any pretzels, have we yet? No, let's get some of them in. Plenty of food in this area. Ice cream, we haven't got one of them yet. We got some fries, get a fry stall in. There we go. We want this to be like a bit of a food hub, this area. We're at the back of the park. Obviously in episode 1, way back in episode 1, you know, a couple of months back, we put in this just here, which was an indoor food court. We're going to put in a couple actually down the entrance. So here we want to make sure that we're putting in, you know, plenty of food outlets. Yeah, funnel cakes, chicken nuggets. Yeah, who likes some McNuggets? I absolutely love McNuggets at McDonald's. I don't eat that much McDonald's, but I do like. We haven't even got a burger bar yet. There we go, donuts. So yeah, this is like the food sort of capital of the park. There we go, we've got quite a bit of food there. We'll also put some toilets in. The last toilets I put in were these sort of there, yeah, so we do some more toilets around in this area, definitely. Gotta keep them guests happy. We also want to keep them spending when this park's open. As I've mentioned, it's a pay-per ride park, so we keep putting in the cash machines. 9 toilet blocks, that's quite good. And we'll have another information kiosk, so people know where they're going. There we go, right. That looks really good, I'm liking that. Before I theme this area, you'll notice I'm sort of putting the attractions in it. What are going to be here, sort of, and then I'm going to theme it up. There we go. That looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that's full enough, really, for that whole top area there. Down here I'm thinking about a junior coaster going in there. We've got quite a lot of big coasters. Oh, it looks great from that angle. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, we've got a lot of big coasters. We haven't really got anything to cater for the really little ones, so we're going to go with the junior coaster down here. I'm going to theme this up first and then we're going to build that. I'm also going to add in a nice fountain package just here. Love a good fountain, or as Alex called them. And, you know, what did he call them actually? Blackpool fountain. Was it a Blackpool fountain? Oh, there we go. I don't know what fountain it is, but there we go. Put it in the wrong place. There we go. That's brilliant. That's looking really good. Really, really nice. Of course, once this themed area is done here, we'll get this done. Theme that up, and then that'll be it for this episode. We'll be on our final area down the bottom here. But like I said, next week we're going to open this park, and the weekend after we'll do our final area. So, right, I'm going to crack on with the theming. I'll speed you up, get a bit of music on, and we'll go from there. See you shortly. good is this area looking now? So obviously we've got the Giga Coaster in. And look at that, it looks absolutely beautiful now it's been themed. This Roman area looks great. What I'm going to do now before I fill the trees in around the back is just carry on with the railway. So if we just go on with the scenery option there, we need to carry on with this railway track around the back just here. So we'll bring that round into the pirate area. Like I say, this railway runs completely around the outskirts of the park. There we go. This will mean that obviously we want to get the transport, right, so people can get around this park nice and easy. There we go. We'll bring that back out a few. Not too far. Maybe we'll just use an S-bend. There we go, just to get it 2 away from the side. Little thing I have, I don't like putting stuff too close to the park boundary. There we go. Bring that into this area here, into our pirate area. There we go. Leave that about there because obviously we're getting ever closer now to connecting that up down this bottom corner. Oh, it's getting emotional that we're coming to our last area soon. Right, Junior Coaster is going to go around here. It's literally going to be a Junior Coaster as well that we're going to use for this one. There we go. Junior Roller Coaster. We're not going to go for any of the presets. What we're going to go for, you should all know it right now by the back of your hands. We're going to build that custom design. Here we go. We're going to actually have it. Well, I say Junior Coaster, it's still going to be a decent size. We need a good Junior Coaster. It's something for, people who aren't going to go on the bigger rides at this park. There we go. Something not scary. There we go. 40 feet. That's not a scary height, is it? No. There we go. Like I said, this will be like the. Well, I say we haven't got any family rides. We've got quite a few, haven't we? We've got the mine train, which we built. That's a family ride. And we've got the, there we go, see that's a nice bit of interaction there between the two rides. We've got the other mine ride that we built. We've got 2 mine trains, so there is some good family attractions, but we need something for the very junior guests. And that's basically who this is accommodating for. Really. There we go. Nice bit of double drop action. Send that back round, bank it round. That's a good layout. There you go. In under a minute, how to build a Junior Coaster. Things with something like this, you don't really need to think too much about layout as such. There we go. See, that looks nice. Look, it's filled in that area quite good because we've got a couple of flats up here. 2 flats, 2 coasters. There we go. Do we want the log trains? Yeah. There we go. Right, you think about the colour of the track. I was thinking about going for, you notice how it's a very bright area. Look at the zoom out map. This area here it's bright. I like how it's all around this lake. It's like a little plaza area. Not quite sure the grey works with that. There we go, let's get that testing. Okay, maybe a light blue, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I like that. There we go, go with a light blue. We're going to put some good buildings around this. Go with the same colour style supports as what we did at the top. There we go, some nice white trains. Oh, I wouldn't want to be the staff on them. Cleaning that. Yeah, that's a nice coaster, that. Number of circuits. We're going to keep it 1 circuit or we're going to give them 2? Still, it's quite a long length, isn't it? So we'll keep it on 1 circuit, I think, for now. We're not going to do an Octonauts or Alton Towers. There we go. So I'll just put that around there. Again, blocking off the exit. One thing I'm going to mention, I don't think I've mentioned any of the other episodes, but so I apologise if I have, is you notice I've put a lot of different coloured balloon stands in. We need some more money. Look at that loan now. Oh my god. This place will be soon making money though. Next episode. Yeah, you'll notice I've put a lot of balloon stands in. There is a reasoning behind this. If you put balloon stands in, it sort of shows where people are in your park. So if I put a balloon stand with a white flag in this area, I'll then know that people are flowing well into this area of the park. And that's exactly why you do it, you see. You know, there is a meaning to it. That's a nice little layout, actually. Quite pleased with that. There we go. I don't think we've got any real massive cattle pen queue lines in this park, really. You know, everything's quite, you know, quite nice. I try to make everything as nice as I can. Yeah, so if you put these balloon stands in, it just sort of, you know where people are in your park. Lets you manage guest flow. So with this one here, if I put another balloon stand in, if I colour the balloons white, I'll then know that guests are flowing well into that area. See, it's all part of the little, Sean's little tips. Let's get some candy floss in up here. It's kids' area, isn't it? Kids love candy floss. What are the ratings on this one? There we go, 2.65 excitement rating. Expected, it's a junior coaster. You know, that's what we sort of expected with that. Right, let's think about buildings around this one. There we go, we'll put that in up at the top. Again, coming towards the end of another episode. Next week we're going to be naming everything in this park so far, and it's going to be a really good fun episode. Like I said, I'm looking forward to picking the names, shouting you guys out. So if you do want a shout out, next week is the time where I'll just be doing your standard shout outs as well. It's going to be a very, very, very interactive show next week. There we go, in that round. It's going to be like another Sean special watchtower going in here. It's going to be a really nice themed junior coaster, this one. We want people to think, oh, you know, I'm going to go and ride that. That's it. There we go. Oh, it feels like ages since Christmas though now. And it's only been a few weeks, well, a couple of weeks really, but you know, it really feels like Christmas was a long time ago. And obviously I've got California coming up in just a couple of days time. Like I say, well, but now this episode's online, me and Alex are out there enjoying it, but yeah, you know, I absolutely love that park. Disneyland over there is amazing. We're not doing any of the other parks out there. We're not doing like Six Flags and stuff this time. It's literally a bit of a chilled winter trip we're going for this time. Alex's first time to anywhere else, you know, in America other than Orlando, so that'll be nice. Good for him to sort of see somewhere a little bit different. I'm going to put a little bit of water in around here actually as well. I don't normally add water in this late in the game, but I want sort of people to see this whole area with the train here, you know, it's just a nice feature to have. Our next train station will be going in the pirate themed area around here as well. That's good, that'll boost the excitement rating a bit as well. Anything over water boosts the excitement rating. Now, the Roman area is not actually that big, it's probably the second smallest area that we've got here at the park. But I think it's just a nice size. I like the theme, but you can't really, with the scenery items that you get bog standard with the game, you can't really expand on it too much. You know, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So we're going to sort of leave it how it is. At this sort of size. Would have been nice to have had it as a bigger area, but like I say, with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and also with the expansion packs, you get a lot more theming. With this one, if I do a Let's Play again on Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, we'll get the expansion packs on, or open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, or something like that. And you know, we'll go for it a little bit of a different style, you know, and show you what the expansion packs can do for the game. I'm sure a lot of you would be quite interested in that. Comment below, let me know your feedback. Unless I know your feedback, you know, that's how we get these new ideas, these new series. I asked you what you guys wanted to see. A lot of you said Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, because I've gone on about it so much. And here it is, you know. It's a very interactive channel theme park worldwide. Yeah. And we're literally now only a few weeks away from the start of this 2016 season, you know. Blackpool Pleasure Beach opens, I think it's the 7th of February, Sunday the 7th. It's normally the Saturday, but I think they've got a private hire, someone said, this year. So we're not going to be there on that Saturday, but we're going to be there on the technically the official opening day, which will be the Sunday. Get out there to Blackpool, get on some coasters again. And of course we're going to have a look at what's going on with Tom Sawyer Bridge, you know, with this rumoured coaster. Well, more than rumoured. Confirmed by the park, but it's where and what is it going to be, you know, that's the question. When's it going to open? They're the questions to ask. When's it going to open? What's it going to be, basically? This looks really nice. I'm really pleased with this roaming area. It's come together really quick today, actually, in this episode as well. Obviously, we've built this whole area, and we've done the dart ride, you know, as well. So we've done loads in this episode. It's been an action-packed one, you know. It's always an action-packed episode. You know, we've really rammed lots in. Obviously, last week was a really long episode. And this one's looking like it's going to be quite long as well. Obviously, I've not edited yet, so I'm not too sure how long. But yeah, there we go. We can block all the trees in round the back there now, like I say. There we go. That looks nice. Right, I'm going to finish the theming on this side, similar to what I've done here. Put a few more items around here as well, and then we'll sort of wrap it up for this week's episode. Look at that though now. You know, it's a brilliant park, this one. So many rides and attractions in there. And we've still got a pirate theme, one of my favourite themed areas to build, which we've saved till last round here. It's going to be great. We're also going to enhance a few bits around the entrance as well. So I'll speed you up for the last time today, and we'll go from there. So we've had an excellent episode where we've built loads. Obviously we started off with our dart ride just over here, which is our jungle themed dart ride. I need a name for that one. We also made this fantastic coaster over here. We put in a 3D cinema and a motion simulator both in there. Names for those please guys on this video. Of course put a junior coaster in, I'd love a name for that. Of course a name for our Giga Coaster as well, not just Giga Coaster 1. Like I say, I still need names for everything in this park. I see you've all been commenting names on the other episodes for all these other rides, but if you have got any other names, comment on this video before Saturday this week for a chance of having your name picked to go in this park. Down here will be our pirate themed area, and it will be our final themed area of the park. I love pirate areas. It's going to be our second biggest area of the park after the Chinese themed area. It's going to be huge. But down here I'm going to give you a choice of rides. Of course we're going to be putting like a splash boat attraction in, which is of course one of these. Probably put a couple more water rides in, maybe a dinghy slide as well. But coaster wise we've got room for one more massive scale coaster to go down in this corner. What is it going to be? Is it going to be a B&M flying roller coaster? That's number 1 on the comments. Is it going to be a suspended swinging coaster? That's number 2 in the comments. Or is it going to be number 3, LIM launch roller coaster? That's number 3 in the comments. All you need to do is comment 1, 2 or 3 by Saturday at 6 PM for a chance you know, to see what's going to get built. Bear in mind we've not got a launch coaster yet on this park, so that might be quite a good choice. Obviously suspended swinging coaster. We've got a thrilling inverted coaster, but would a family inverted coaster work well on this park? And of course a flying coaster. We've already got 3 other B&M coasters on this park, but would a 4th one go down well? It's up to you. Look at this park. It's been created by all of you guys as well, suggesting some fantastic ideas. The past few episodes might have been pre-recorded whilst me and Alex are on holiday, but we've still been looking at your comments to sort of help build this whole area of the park. So thank you very much for all of your interaction. I'll be back next Wednesday when we open this park for the first time. We're going to staff it. We're going to get some programs going on to get people coming in, and we're also going to think about the entertainment at this park. Along with that, we're going to put in another coaster down here at the bottom and start theming up our pirate themed area. That's it then for this episode. See you next week. I've been Sean Sandbrook, this is Theme Park Worldwide, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Have a fantastic week.